We are going to learn what are the steps are involved while preparing a consolidated balance sheet of holding company. So, here we have a question. H Limited acquired 8,000 shares of rupees 10 each in S Limited. On 31st March 2015, the summarized balance sheet of H Limited and S Limited is as follows. Here under the liability side, we have share capital, reserves, profit and loss account, bank loan, creditors and bills payable. Moving on to the asset side, we have machinery, furniture, investments, stock, debtors, bills receivable and cash. So, after that they given an additional information, that is on the date of acquisition of shares by H Limited, the S Limited, that is the subsidiary company, had undistributed profits of rupees 1,500 and reserves amounting to rupees 5,000. So, with this information, now we are going to prepare the working notes which is involved while preparing a consolidated balance sheet. So, here we know that we have 7 steps are involved. Step number 1 is ratio. So, here we have to ascertain what is the number of shares holding by the majority company and by the minority shareholders. Here total number of shares in the subsidiary company is, the total value of subsidiary company is 1 lakh. One share value is 10 each. So, therefore, shares of now holding on subsidiary company is 10,000 shares. In that 10,000 shares, 8,000 shares are acquired by holding company. That means the balance 2,000 shares are given to the general public. So, here we have to ascertain, in the process of preparing a consolidated balance sheet, the ratio of holding is at most very important. So, it will be useful to distribute their profits. So, that is what here 8,000 was acquired by the holding company and 2,000 was given to the minority shareholders. On that basis, 4:1 will be the ratio. So, in future whenever the company get a profit, it will be distributed in the ratio of 4:1. 4/5 will be given to holding company, 1/5 will be given to the minority shareholders. The second step is to ascertain the capital profit. What does mean by capital profit? Mean any reserves created or any profit earned by the subsidiary company up to the date of acquisition, mean it will be considered as a capital profit. According to this question, on the date of acquisition, that means up to the date of acquisition, they have a undistributed profits and reserves of rupees 6,500. So, therefore, that 6,500 is a profit earned until the date of acquisition. So, therefore, the second step is capital profit. The general reserve was 5,000. Profit and loss account is 1,500. So, total profit will be 6,500. Now, the subsidiary company earned a profit, again it has to be distributed to the shareholders in the ratio of 4:1. So, from 6,500, 4/5 to 5,200 will be given to holding company and 1,300 rupees will be given to minority shareholders. So, therefore, we have ascertained the capital profit and it is also distributed to the shareholders. The third step. The third step is we have to ascertain what is revenue profit. So, before finding out the revenue profit, we want to know what is revenue profit. That is any profits or reserves earned by the subsidiary company after the date of acquisition. So, let us take an example. 1st October is the date of acquisition, means after that date any subsidiary company earned a profit. So, that will be considered as a revenue profit. In this question they mentioned 6,500 was a profit on the date of acquisition. So, that means from the balance sheet you can see the reserve was rupees 15,000. So, 5,000 was the date of acquisition, means balance 10,000 will be the revenue profit. Likewise, profit and loss account, in the balance sheet value 4,500, in that 1,500 was on the date of acquisition. So, therefore, 3,000 will be the profit after the date of acquisition. So, total revenue profit will be 13,000 now. So, again the company earned a profit. So, after the date of acquisition, it does also have to be distributed in the ratio of 4:1. So, holding company will be getting a revenue profit of 10,400 and minority shareholders will be getting 2,600. And moving on to the next step. The fourth step is non-controlling interest. So, non-controlling interest means here the holding company have not purchased all the shares of subsidiary company. The same likewise, here 2000 shares are given to the minority shareholders. So, therefore, in the consolidated balance sheet, we have to ascertain what is the liability which we have to make it towards the minority shareholders. So, how to ascertain that minority shareholders means face value of minority shares. 2000 shares are purchased, that means it was given to minority people at rupees 10 each. So, therefore, 20,000 will be the face value of shares. With that, now the company earned a profit. Capital profit is 1300 for minority shareholders and revenue profit is 2600. So, when you are adding this to capital profit 1300, revenue profit 2600, the overall non-controlling interest, that is the liable amount to minority shareholders, will be 23,900. We have to remember one more thing, while preparing a consolidated balance sheet, non-controlling interest should be on the liability side of consolidated balance sheet. And moving on to the fifth step, to ascertain goodwill or capital reserve. Here on the point of holding company, they want to know by way of investment whether they gained a profit or capital losses. So, how to ascertain that capital loss or gain? Here the amount paid by holding company. In the balance sheet under the asset side, we have one item called investment. So, investment by the holding company, that is by H Limited, they paid 98,000. So, therefore, amount paid by the holding company to acquire 8,000 number of shares is rupees 98,000. So, in that face value of shares, that is 8,000 shares are acquired at rupees 10 each. So, therefore, 80,000. Here again the company earned a capital profits, that is till the date of acquisition, that is rupees 5,200. So, when you are adding this, you will get 85,200. What is the amount invested by the holding company? That is 98,000, but while evaluating the subsidiary company's value, we will be getting only 85,200. So, therefore, according to the holding company, it will be a capital loss. It has to be shown under the balance sheet, no. So, in that point of view, it is going to be adjusted with goodwill. So, these are the steps involved while preparing a consolidated balance sheet. So, thank you.